How do you practice your American English? Are you listening to a podcast or watching a series on Netflix? Or are you chatting with a friend overseas? What are some of the ways that you have gone about intentionally to practice your American English? Hello guys, my name is Marilise. I'm here with AmaAccents. I have a tongue twister for you. You might know what a tongue twister is. It's a poem or little rhyme that really works your tongue because it's playing around with the sounds in the words, and it uses sounds that are pretty difficult to say in sequence. So here we go. She sells seashells by the seashore. Did you get it? Have you tried that one before? She sells seashells by the seashore. If you're having trouble with this tongue twister, this video is for you. Today we're going to be talking about the sh sound, which is written and represented in text as SH. And in the International Phonetic Alphabet, this is the symbol. The SH sound is the sound you'll most likely hear when someone is shushing you, when someone's asking you to be quiet, like when we go to a library and someone says, shh, this is the quiet zone. The SH sound is a voiceless sound, so that means that your vocal cords are not involved in the sound. If you put your hand on your throat when producing this sound, you will not feel it vibrating. It is a sound that we make with our tongue, and we shape it also with our lips, so the lips are quite important for this sound. I'll say the sound 5 times in isolation so that you can hear it. What you'll notice is that my lips are moving forward, almost like I'm puckering up, like giving a kiss, in order to make this sound. Shh. How much your lips are doing that really depends on what sound is preceding and following this SH sound. Shh. This sound is technically considered a fricative, and it is a continuous fricative. It means that we can hold this sound out for as long as we have breath. So just like with the voiceless TH and the voiced TH sounds, this is a sound that you can hold, prolong, as long as you have breath in your lungs. So let's just listen to it again, thinking about that. And I'm going to place my hand on my throat to make sure that I'm not feeling any vibration there. Shh. As always, I'm going to jump into 3 methods that you can try out to start to hear this sound and then to practice it and solidify it. Some of you might be able to get this sound already, but what happens is when you're speaking not just at the word level, but maybe in phrases, sentences, or in connected speech, like when we're talking in a conversation, it starts to slip back. And one of the most common errors for the SH sound is the S sound, the S sound. So we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to method 2. For method 1, you're going to take a set of 8 words, 8 targeted words for the SH sound, and we have the SH at the beginning of the word and just 1 or 2 other sounds in addition. So hopefully that will allow you to focus on the SH sound. So what you do for method 1 is you'll record yourself saying that set of 8 words. Then you will practice saying the set of 8 words at least 3 times a day for a week or 2, depending on how fast you're making progress. Then you'll re-record yourself and compare that recording to your baseline recording. So I'm going to send you over to the practice video for SH so that you can check out those 8 targeted words, and I'll jump into method 2 now. Method 2 is for those of you in particular who are substituting the SH sound with the S sound. So instead of saying she, you tend to say see. I'm going to give you a set of minimal pairs that you can use and practice to make sure that this S sound does not sound like the SH sound. The biggest difference in the S sound and the SH sound is where your tongue is placed and what your lips are doing. For the S sound, your tongue is a bit more forward in the mouth. Your tongue tip is closer to the alveolar ridge, which is this part of the hard palate right behind your teeth. So the tongue is a little bit more forward in the mouth, and my lips are generally smiling, in a smiling position. So when I say the S sound, especially in isolation, it looks like this. So I'm sort of smiling, my lips are a little bit curved up, and my tongue is a bit close to the front teeth. With the SH sound, the tongue slides back more, and you are rounding your lips. So you're bringing your lips forward like you're like you're giving a kiss, like you're puckering up to give a kiss. So like that. And what I feel my tongue doing is it's sliding back in the mouth and it's cupped up against the palate, but it's loose enough for air to flow through. So the tongue slides back slightly and the lips move forward. Tongue back, lips forward. And that's what's different about the SH sound and the S sound. So with this set of minimal pairs, what you'll do for method 2 is you will sit down in front of a mirror and you're going to practice saying these sets of words until you start to see and feel the difference between the S and SH sound. And as you start to do that, those two sounds will become distinct, and then you can move on to method 1. So again, I'm going to send you over to our practice video to check out and find out what those minimal pairs are. Finally, for method 3, we're going to take SH and just practice saying it in isolation. As I mentioned, the lips go forward and the tongue goes back. So what you'll do is you'll sit down with yourself with a mirror and you're going to just practice saying the word shoe. This word is an actual word in American English. Of course, it's the things we put on our feet. We're using the word shoe because the vowel sound oo it creates a very similar position for our lips that we get for the SH sound, that we need to achieve to get the SH sound. So it's basically just a way to help support the SH sound and facilitate it, because what our mouth and tongue and lips do when we speak is they start to move towards the next sound because it happens so quickly. So we're going to use the word shoe. So for method 3, you're going to sit down. Hopefully you'll have a mirror there as well, so you can look at your lips pushing forward for the sound. And while you're in that seated position, thinking and focusing on that sound, you can think about what your tongue's doing too. So you can use your hand on your throat to make sure there's no vibration going on. You can even hold your hand in front of your mouth to feel the air coming through. But mostly what you want to do is make sure that you're looking and seeing your lips moving forward, just like that. So there you go. Those are the 3 methods that I'm sharing with you about how to get this SH sound and solidify it once you start hearing it. Don't forget to check out the practice video. That's where you'll find all of the targeted words that you will use for practicing through the weeks to come. Also, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button so that you know when our next video is uploaded.